Theo and the ladder to the light. It was a quiet afternoon. Theo sat on the floor reading his favorite book about sky ladders and glowing stars. The sun peeked through the window. Everything felt calm. Then click! The lights went out. Theo froze. The fan stopped spinning. The fridge stopped humming. The house went silent. Huh? He looked up. Why did the lights go off? He stood up and looked around. Mom? He called. No answer. He checked the kitchen. Empty. Then he remembered Mom had gone to the store. He was alone. The house felt different now. A little darker. A little colder. A little scarier. Theo hugged his book tight. He didn't like the dark. Not one bit. He walked to the window, hoping to see people outside. But the street looked still, too. Theo's heart beat fast. He turned to the hallway. It looked longer than before. The shadows were bigger. The silence was louder. But he took a small breath and said, "I'm brave. I'm not scared. I'm just alone for now." He took one step, then another. In the dark, he could hear his own footsteps. Tap, tap, tap. Then suddenly a soft glow. From the corner of the room, a tiny light blinked on. It was small, warm, like a candle, but floating. Theo blinked. What's that? The light moved just a little. Like it was calling him. Theo's eyes grew wide. His fear slowly turned into something else. Wonder. Theo took a step back. The glowing light moved again. It floated past him and gently drifted upstairs. He followed slowly up the stairs. Step by step, he held his book close. Everything felt quiet. No buzzing lights, no TV sounds, just Theo and the glow. When he reached the top of the stairs, he saw something strange. A soft light was shining under his bedroom door. Not the normal yellow light. Not from his lamp. This one was different. It was white and warm. It looked like it was coming up from the floor. Theo's eyes grew big. He walked closer. He bent down and peeked under the door. The glow was real, and it was moving slowly, like a wave. Theo gently turned the handle and pushed the door open. He gasped. The light made a glowing line on the floor. It wasn't bright like the sun. It was soft like moonlight. The glowing line led across his room. It stopped near the wall. And right there, Theo saw something new. A small trapdoor. Round, wooden, and glowing. Theo blinked. "I've never seen that before," he whispered. He walked to it slowly. Step by step, the light grew warmer as he got closer. He knelt down. The trapdoor looked like it had always been part of the floor. But he knew it wasn't. He would have seen it. He reached out and touched it. The wood was warm. It didn't feel scary. It felt safe. The glowing line stopped at the trapdoor. Then it pulsed. Once, twice. Like it was saying, "Come on, open me." Theo looked around. No sounds, no people, just the light. He took a deep breath. Then he pulled the trapdoor open. A soft creak. And inside, he saw the top of a ladder, going down into more light. Theo's heart beat fast, but he wasn't afraid. Not anymore. Theo looked at the small trapdoor. It was glowing softly. He bent down and touched it. It felt warm. Slowly, Theo opened the trapdoor. Creak! He looked inside. A wooden ladder was there. It went down, 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 into the floor. The light was coming from the ladder. Even though it was daytime outside, this ladder glowed like stars. Theo's eyes went wide. "That wasn't there before," he whispered. He looked behind him. The room was still quiet. The lights were still off. He felt a little scared. but also curious. Where did the ladder go? What was down there? He took a deep breath. His heart was beating fast. He held the trapdoor with one hand. He placed one foot on the ladder. It felt strong. Step by step, Theo began to climb down. The light got brighter as he went lower. The air felt different, like a secret place. He looked down but could not see the bottom. Only more glowing steps. Theo kept going. 1 step, 2 steps, 3 steps. He held tight. He didn't look back. His book, his room, the quiet house, all stayed above. Below was something new, something magical, but he didn't know what. Yet, he kept going. Down, down, down. Theo climbed down the glowing ladder slowly. Step by step, his feet touched the last rung. He looked around. He was in a round room. It was quiet. Very quiet. Theo gasped. The room was filled with tiny lights. The lights were floating. They danced gently in the air. They didn't come from wires. They didn't come from candles. They just floated like fireflies. Soft, slow, shiny. Theo walked forward. He reached out his hand. One of the lights floated near him. It didn't burn. It didn't hurt. It just tickled his fingers like a soft feather. "Wow," Theo whispered. He looked up. The lights were all around him. Some were big, some were small. They moved like they were alive. Theo spun in a small circle. He giggled. It felt like the lights were dancing with him. In the middle of the room was something else. A small ladder. It pointed up, not down like the one he came from. Theo walked closer. This ladder was short. It had only 5 steps. But it looked special. It shone brighter than the rest of the room. He looked up. Above the ladder was a small circle of light. It was warm and golden, not like the lights around him. This light felt strong. It felt safe. Theo blinked. The circle of light glowed gently. It was floating too high in the air, just above the ladder. Theo's heart beat a little faster. Was he supposed to climb it? The lights around him moved again. This time, they moved toward the little ladder, one by one, like they were showing him what to do. Theo smiled. He wasn't scared now. He looked at the glowing ladder, then at the golden light above. He took a step forward. Theo stood in front of the little ladder. It was shiny. It was quiet. The circle of golden light waited above. He took a deep breath. Then, he put his hand on the ladder. It felt smooth. It felt safe. Step 1. Theo lifted his foot. He climbed the first step. Step 2. He pulled himself a little higher. His heart was calm. His hands did not shake. Step 3. Something changed. He felt warm. Not hot. Warm like a soft blanket. Warm like hugs. Theo smiled. He kept climbing. Step 4. The golden light above looked brighter now. It glowed softly. Theo felt like he knew this feeling. Like when someone tells you, "I'm proud of you." Like when someone says, "You are brave." Step 5. He was almost at the top. The warm feeling grew stronger. It felt like bedtime stories, like cozy pillows, like being safe at home. Theo looked down. The floating lights below were still dancing. They looked happy, like they were cheering for him. Theo looked up again. The circle of light was right there, just above his head. He reached out his hand. The light didn't hurt. It didn't burn. It felt like sunshine on a cool day. He felt something inside him. Something small and quiet, but strong. He wasn't the same Theo anymore. The scared Theo. The unsure Theo. He had climbed. He had faced the mystery. He had not run away. He was brave now. He was ready. Theo closed his eyes. He smiled. He felt the warm light wrap around him, like it was saying, "You did it." He took one more breath and stepped into the light. Theo stepped into the small room at the top of the ladder. It was quiet. Soft light filled the space. He looked around. His eyes grew wide. There were toys. Old toys. His toys. There was his red car, his green robot, even his soft yellow bear. He had lost that bear long ago. On a little table, there were drawings, pictures he had made when he was younger. Stick people, big hearts, rainbows with smiling clouds. Theo walked slowly. He touched a photo on the wall. It showed him as a baby, smiling. Next to him was Mom. She was laughing. There were more photos. Theo in a birthday hat. Theo at the park. Theo in his school shirt. He felt something warm in his chest. Not fire, not heat, just warm, like love. Then he saw the big drawing. It was made with crayons. It was on the wall. It showed little Theo holding Mom's hand. They were standing under a big yellow sun. Both were smiling. Under the picture were some words, written in big round letters. "You are never alone. Love climbs with you." Theo stared at the words. His eyes felt wet, but he wasn't sad. Not really. He felt safe. He felt loved. Theo sat on the soft rug in the middle of the room. He held the yellow bear close. He smiled. He understood now. This room was not just magic. It was memory. It was love. And it had waited for him. Theo stood up from the rug. He looked around the small room one more time. His toys, his drawings, the crayon picture on the wall. He gave the yellow bear one last hug, then placed it gently on the rug. The warm light around him started to dim. Not off, just soft, like bedtime lights. Theo turned to the ladder. It was still there, waiting. He placed his foot on the top step, then the next, and the next. As he climbed down, the room above slowly faded, like a dream, but a good dream. A happy dream. Step by step, the ladder felt softer, lighter. Then his feet touched the floor. Theo blinked. He was back in his room, back in the dark house. But now, the dark didn't feel scary. It felt calm, like night should be. The shadows on the wall didn't look big anymore. The air didn't feel cold. It felt quiet and still. Theo looked at the floor. No trapdoor, no ladder. He looked at the bed. Still there, still soft. He smiled. He walked to his bed and climbed in. He pulled the blanket up to his chin. Outside, the moon was high. The stars were bright. Theo whispered, "I'm not alone." He closed his eyes and slept. The front door opened with a soft creak. Theo sat up in bed. He heard footsteps. Then a voice. "It was Mom!" "Theo," she called gently. "Sorry, I took Long Power still out." Theo jumped from the bed and ran to her. He wrapped his arms around her waist. A big hug, a warm one. "I saw something," he whispered into her side. Mom pulled him close. She knelt to his level. She looked into his eyes. "Was it a good something?" she asked with a smile. Theo nodded. "Yes, a brave something." She kissed his forehead. Then they walked back into his room, hand in hand. The light was still out, but it didn't feel dark anymore. Moral lesson, 1 min. Theo learned something special tonight. Even when things are dark, even when you feel scared or alone, there is a light inside you. A quiet one, a strong one. Sometimes that light is a memory. Sometimes it is love. And sometimes it's courage. The kind of courage that helps you keep climbing, even when the steps feel scary. Theo didn't stay afraid. He kept climbing, and he found something good. Now, the dark doesn't feel so big, because Theo knows he carries light inside. Follow for more magical stories. Subscribe for more adventures with one little character at a time.